Welcome to Spotlight. I'm your host, Amitha. Join me weekly and get inspired by guests and their transformational events. Our guest today is the founder of a successful independent news agency in UK and the chairman of the Crime Stoppers UK, Leicestershire. He also successfully launched the Leicester Curry Awards this year, and we are excited that he's bringing it to Toronto in 2018. With his many achievements, it's no wonder that he has received many accolades, including the Pride of India Award at the UK Parliament this year. It's with pleasure I welcome to our show Mr. Romail Gulzar. Thank you so much for coming and talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.
It's exciting to find about the Toronto Curry Awards in 2018. But first of all, let's know a little bit more about you. Tell us a little bit more about your growing up, your education.
Well, I was born in Lahore, Punjab. I'm a Punjabi, Pakistan. And then moved into Dubai very young age, a little bit to grow there. And then moved into England in 2000. And then come in to make England my new home and residence. So settled down in England, geography called Midland, in East Midland, in Leicestershire. And so been past 18 years I'm resident in Leicester.
Nice. And you're slowly moving from Lahore to Dubai to England, and we're great to have you here now. Tell us a little bit more about what you do in England right now. And congrats, you have a successful news agency, Pukaar. It's called Pukaar.
Yes, I work for, rather than say I run, we call agency called Pukaar News, and which is we file story to a local broadcaster, online, national, and international. A news agency founded in 2000 when I arrived, and started from home, from somewhere in the corner where I would have a room, put my laptop, and just starting from there. And then over the years, thanks God, we grow and move into this heart of the city in Leicester and to downtown. And we've been now running from 8 years from that downtown.
Well, awesome. Is that what you were educated in, or you decided to start it on your own?
I mean, basically, I don't have any education. I can't write any language. And my mom said she's tried to send me school, but I escaped school. There is many reasons. I was a very naughty boy when childhood, you know. I don't know I'm a good boy or not, but mom thinks I'm a good boy, yeah. So I don't educate, but yes, after a while when I moved into England, so I have a passion about journalism, a passion after people giving a voice, and I have a passion after solving the mysteries. So this is kind of somehow that, somewhere that bug is in from childhood. So I went to the college and did my HND, which is television and television journalism. And when I went to college, and they asked me to give me the form, and I couldn't write. And I just say, hey, I can't do that. But thanks to Great Britain, and thanks to God, Great Britain have equal opportunity. If you can't write, but you can still have education, you can record your essays in your DVD in front of the camera or recorder. So they give me this opportunity, and I'm really proud to say, and I'm graduated as a television journalist.
Wow, what an inspiration, and your passion got you to where you are here today. Now, it's not just the news agency, there's also a magazine that comes out. Tell us a bit more.
Yeah, we, after a 5-year successful news agencies, we want to start something new. And that time, when the recession hit about 8 years ago, and everybody, print media was dying, going away from the market, and everybody going for online, watching more TV or listening to the radio. And I came up in the morning, and every morning we have in a small team meeting, how going to day plan and how going to pan down. So I said, hey guys, before we go to our agenda this morning, I have a dream. We are launching a magazine. And they all look at me, hey, what are you talking about? Every other recession and print media is suffering, and we're launching a magazine. I said, yes, we're launching a magazine. The magazine we're bringing into not have a lot of advertised revenue. Magazine will have the story never been told in Leicester, because Leicester is very diverse. And Leicester is a very diverse and multicultural. And I said, we're going to call magazine called Pukaar, and will be taglines celebrating diversity of Leicester. So we launched it in 2011. And this is our 6th year running, and went very well. So sometimes people describe what sort of magazine you have. And I describe our magazine as a lifestyle and coffee table, but beyond that is a more about culture. So learning and sharing the cultures of Leicestershire.
So that's quite amazing. So the Pukaar news agency with the magazine, bringing the community together, keeping them all up to date as to what's happening. And that's why I guess, you are global. It's an independent news agency in UK, but you do share the stories around the globe.
Around the globe, yes.
Yeah. Perfect. And your passion for solving crimes, as you said, also got you into being the chairman for the Crime Stoppers UK Leicestershire. Is that correct?
Yeah, Leicestershire and Rutland, yes.
Okay, tell us a little bit more about that.
But this opportunity, again, is a miracle, landed in my door when I came to England with a 3-word. I couldn't speak much English. I speak yes, no, and KFC, sorry. It's everywhere, and it's my favorite. And having a little knowledge about the country and the county is a big challenge. But being a journalist, I think so. Anywhere you are world in the journal, doesn't matter language is, and if you have a passion for, because journalist is giving a voice to people, bringing their message to the public, So somehow someone invited me to come and join the Crime Stopper board, which is 5 years ago. And Crime Stoppers, which is independent UK law, which is solving the crime independent charities. Only UK independent charities are who tackling the crimes. So when I come from the South Asian background, so when they come the police or the crime, we get really scared with agencies, and we have that fear. We are not fair with the coppers, and because how India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, I'm not saying every copper is a bad over there, but we have that sort of fear, and I grown up with that fear. Then I move into Dubai, the same, hey, the police car, just even your right places, still you get shake, that's kind of culture I was grow and have that sort of fear. But when I move into England, and officers stopping and having a picture with you, having a fun with you when you go to events, when we're covering the events, and I see that's massive, and say, hey, this is very different. And then through my job, being a journalist, a few times we interview the coppers and the police officers or high-rank officers, so coming into more like kind of part of family, your day-to-day job. So a friend of mine, he's came and he said, hey, this is an opportunity, you would like to join the committee. And I said, well, how much time and what's the involvement? And he said, nothing, we just come and see as a guest. And I went there, and it really, really touched me because everybody, not only police or law enforcement agencies have to save the country or neighborhood or your loved one. I believe, that's my personal opinion, every individuals have responsibility to save your neighborhood and your loved one. And if you've seen something and is this not wrong, first you being a good citizen, pick up the phone, call to the police or to the law enforcement agency who are responsible for our local authority. So I like the idea, sometimes people is not comfortable to calling the police. And being a Crime Stoppers, I think so Crime Stopper very big in Canada. And basically Crime Stopper started from UK and Canada and moved into England 30 years back. So basically anonymous service. So I no need to give, if you ring the police, you have to tell who you are, your age, kind of first through 3 minutes you have to, they're interrogating you, even you're reporting a crime. But I like the idea, so hey, this is really fit with my agenda, what I'm doing with a news agency, with a magazine. So saving the community, saving my loved one, how we can to be protect more and prevent before things happen. So that's why, and then 4 years I was at the committee, and my responsibility was looking after the media request. I was the PR officer. That's the perfect volunteer role. And 4 years later, I received one polite phone call from my boss. Hey, this is we like to invite you to come into, you've been nominated for the chair. And it's a very emotional time for me. I said, wow, because this is a big responsibility, and it's not being just to go and have a sandwich and all the posh meetings. I have a lot of responsibility. And I say, you think I'm the right candidate for it? And I said, no, people have voted for you. People want to be. I say, okay, so I'll come. So there was a training. I went to see all the courses, and I exceeded. And
there you go.
All the tick boxes done.
Yeah.
So came a chairman, and then now I've been chairing the Leicestershire and Rutland Committee as a chair for past, just my 4th year running.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And then 3rd year, I received other letter. He said, we like to be, you can host other county, which is Nottinghamshire, next door to Leicestershire. And that's very honored, but I say I can't commit only for 12 months because I got other things to going. But really, I'm really pleased, thanks to all the British community who trusted me, and thanks to all my friends and family who give me that strength to come that far, and especially to all people who really in Leicestershire have that trust myself or my organization to put me forward. Well, so that's my journey with the Crime Stoppers.
Well, hats off to you, because it's all your passion that has brought you this far. And you come from a land of trailblazers. Crime Stoppers started in UK, and now it's all over
Huge
Canada.
In Canada. Yep.
And you're doing the same thing with the Curry Awards. So we want to find out more about that, but it's time for a short break. Welcome back to Spotlight. We are talking to Mr. Romail Gulzar, and we're going to find out about the Toronto Curry Awards. He's been named one of the top 100 most influential people in Leicestershire. So now it's time to find out about the Curry Awards. Well, congratulations. It's been a roaring success since you launched it this year in Leicester.
Yes, thank you very much.
So tell us a little bit more about the first Curry Awards.
Wow, a very good question. I'd love to answer that. Again, as I believe, see the dream and bring it to real life. Similar story we were talking about earlier about the magazine. I came to the office. So we got to 5 years, 5 year in a publication for Pukaar magazine. And I came in the office before our team meeting and I say, hey, Kay, they know when I say before we starting our agenda, I got something new. And I say, hey guys, we got to 5 years in a publication, very successful. We've been nominated for several awards. So how we can celebrate, not just going in the pub and enjoying the restaurants and have a team party, how we can make that noise in the public and thanks to the community who supported over the years. So I said, okay, what is missing? I said, why not do host Leicester Curry Awards, first Leicester Curry Awards? And everybody, there is a no-brainer. I say, hey, yes, we are in. So all teams supported, and that's where Leicester Curry Awards born. Last year in August in our small board room, and then came into real life last year in September. We launched, and then so on. So we hosted early this year in April. Straight after Easter, we hosted the first Leicester Curry Awards. And this is, again, magic, no expectation. We did not have no sponsors, no anything. And everybody landed in our doorstep. Is a miracle. Within 2 weeks, we put show on sale and fully sold out.
Wow. Why not? Like, I mean, food is healing for the soul, and everybody loves food. Who doesn't? Yeah. I do too. So how did you get your word out to get all these restaurants involved? And what did the whole process involve? What did the audience get to see at that day?
Basically, maybe I have to be little praise ourselves. When you are in communication business, it's a little bit easy for you to spread the word. Mm-hmm. But more, everything you do new is always challenge. But challenge is, I always love that because it brings you to a very positive and bigger product. So we had a challenge to how we can reach out all these individual restaurants, because running a communication agency, come into your desk in the morning tracing the stories. But this is not a story, this is tracing the restaurant trade. So curry is a little bit history. Curry is born in England over 200 years ago in England. And it started with a small cafe in London. Mm-hmm. And then, but even curry growing over the years, but curry industry, Indian curry or South Asian curry, we didn't have much recognition as we have a food festival, but curry is never part of that. Mm. So we see the big gap in our county, and curry is at the moment current over 4.3 billion pound industry is Indian curry. So curry brings a lot of jobs to the country, contributing the economy from the national wise to local wise. So for us, it's for the challenge how we can recognize those people and give them appreciation over the years they work behind the kitchen. I mean, started one of them very story I like to share. The small restaurant who used to be working, making samosas at home and onion bhajis, supplying to the different shops, and then the growth. But that work hard never been recognized. Always we have a business award, food festival awards. These awards we never have in localized. We have a Leicester Curry Awards. That's where we come up. We want to support and recognize the people who work really hard and to support them. So curry is, to me, is not a food. Curry is our culture. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter you're Gujarati, you're Punjabi, you speak Urdu, you Hindi, but everybody, when word comes to curry, we are all in a certain same platform and same kitchen.
It's a common tie.
It's common tie.
Yeah.
And food and sports all will bring people together. Mm-hmm. And more than sports, I repeat again, more than sport, I think the food bring people together.
Well, it's a fuel.
It's a fuel.
Everybody needs it.
It's eternal. Sometimes sport people, if one team win and they lose, fans get a little bit aggressive. Yeah. But I think so when you are sitting on the table, doesn't matter who you are, if the curry is there, you are friends and you find the communication to each other that you're talking, you know. Just give me, I mean, I was when flying back from Leicester to Toronto, and I was sitting at the airport, and I was having a curry, and the lady, she was flying in America, and and she said, hey, look, sounds really delicious. And I was having a curry. I said, which curries? I love curry. but she don't know the name. And I said, oh, this is... Because if you go to non-Asian people, they're like a chicken tikka masala or that sort of curry. But to me, they like a lot of put on the chicken is a coconut. And this is not, to me, it's not a curry. But of course, it's just now come in the modern world. Curry vindaloo is, I never heard that, but it's just it's very popular in England. So, but that's a silly example, having my lunch at the airport, waiting for a flight, and the lady came out really friendly, and I was educating about curry, and she said, hey, I'm going to write down this, you give me a few minutes, take the notepad and write it down and say, I want to cook. I said, when you cook it, take the picture, send me, I want to tweet it. So I met one new friends and one new person through curry at the airports.
So the curry brought you together, and that's what even these curry awards are going to do. Like the South Asian, the different varieties of South Asian curries will be celebrated. We want to find out, it has successfully happened in Leicester, but it's coming to Toronto, so we want to find out more. But before that, it's time for a short break. Welcome back to Spotlight. We are talking to Mr. Romail Gulzar about the upcoming Toronto Curry Awards. So what happened at the successful launch this year?
At the gala dinner, this April, early this year, the first Leicester Curry Awards took place. Thanks to, again, my fantastic team, entire team. It was red carpet event, black tie. People arrived with their tuxedo, and so all this male and females and all the young crowd and senior citizen. We had a really good crowd. 500 people attended our first gala dinner, first Leicester Curry Awards. Took place, I always reference to this, is we have a mini Bollywood Awards, Alpha Awards. That was a mini one we did. So we had a lot of Bollywood dancing, we have an opera singer, we have a cocktail party before the guests sit down, and we had a dole drumming like a bhangra, because in our culture, without bhangra, you can't have a party.
For sure.
Yeah. So we had a lot of things, and we have attended by a lot of VIPs and local politics and influential people from the city. And the big things happen in our Leicester Curry Awards. We supported 2 local charities, because this is our big passion and this is our social responsibility. So we were really pleased. We supported 2 local charities. And the highlight of the night is, to me, on that gala dinner, everybody left with happy faces. So that is a big thing. For us, hosting a Curry Awards, Leicester Curry Awards, or bringing to Toronto Curry Awards here is not a business, it's a labor of love. We wanted to create a fun night for everyone.
Why not? It sounds like they had a treat for their, gustatory senses, visual senses, auditory senses, so all in one.
All in one.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. So now we are excited. You're bringing it to Toronto. Yeah. So give us details about the Toronto event.
Yes, of course. We're bringing a first Toronto Curry Awards end of June, and we're hoping that event take place 26th of June. I can give you the exclusive line for your show.
Yeah, VIPs.
Yes, and this will be 26th of June and next year, and team's already working really hard past 6 months. So we are bringing first Toronto Curry Awards in next year in June, in summertime. So we have 6 categories, and we are hunting a top curry house in Toronto, all GTA, and top takeout.
Now, how does one apply for that?
Yes, restaurants come to be our members, and our team send them via email form, or they can ring us. We can, one of our team members go and see them, say hello. It takes only 10 minutes to fill that form, very basic form, and nothing. So just to like kind of become, and then public will go to our website. If you dining for one of the restaurants first time or for many years, go to our website. If you like that restaurant, vote that restaurant, nominate that restaurant via our website, which is Toronto Curry Awards.
The public has a say in it?
Yes, publics. Nice. Publics have to choose top 5 out of 6 categories. Each category have top 5. When public choose that top 5, whoever come, restaurants or takeout, we have 6 categories, like a best fine dining restaurant, pub restaurant, when I say pub restaurant, Indian pub restaurant, and fine dining restaurant of the year. So then we have a mystery judges. After the public choose the top 5 finalists, which is the 30 finalists, then our mystery judges will go visit them and just go and enjoy 3-course meal. They have tick boxes and they have a lot of responsibility. Pay the bills, come back, and then they make the decision who will be the winner.
I love this mystery component. It's again your passion for crime solving coming through. The mystery judges going into the restaurant, you know, unaware. And so all you restaurants, you have to be at your best. But I'm sure Toronto is so cosmopolitan and it's so widespread. I'm glad you're bringing it to Toronto because there's so many untapped restaurants here that can be showcased through this curry award. And I think everybody goes home a winner because everybody is satisfied in every sense.
Every sense. Because I will be chatting, personally I've been to over 50 restaurants so far, and some of them downtown, some of them Mississauga, Brampton, Richmond Hill. So what is it basically, anything you do new, it takes time to people digest, but now people are understand what is, and people think why we never done it? Why the person come from all the way from England? Doesn't matter, I come from England or Leicester or here, at least we are able to put this show and recognize our culture. Again, I'm repeating about curry is not our food, curry is our culture.
Yeah.
And I'm really pleased. And over the years, people work really hard in Canada, all over the Canada. And at Toronto, people came many years back and work hard to make these industries happen. And someone asked me that question, how many restaurants you think so far? At the minute, we can't put the figure, but I believe more than 400 restaurants just around GTA, you know, and it's huge. And must be, that could be not right figure, but end of the first Toronto Curry Awards, end of June, we will have an exact figure. And I promise that Toronto curries industry supporting a lot of contributing to the economy and creating a lot of jobs. Same in Leicester, it's no different between Leicester and Toronto. So, and I'm really pleased ourselves and teams hosting first Toronto Curry Awards.
Well, congratulations. So we all want to be there at the awards, whether it be your restaurant that's participating or you be that public voting or you be the person attending. We all want to be there. There'll be also a lot of important figures. You're rubbing shoulders with the who is who of the town. So where can our viewers get more information?
An event will be take place 26th of June 2018. And make sure, guys, you get your tuxedo and black suit ready, and all females can order the suits now, all the outfits now, because time is flying and just around the corner.
Well, amazing, Mr. Gulzar. It's such an inspiration to talk to you today. Your passion has driven you. Your sense for social well-being has driven you. I have to ask you to give our viewers some words of advice. A lot of them aspire to be like you someday.
Well, if you don't mind, can I say a few lines in Hindi?
For sure, go ahead, yeah.
Because maybe I'm not that in position to give advice, but I can like to share these two lines. क्या डराएगा तेज हवाओं का झोंका हमें, हम तो दिया इश्क का तूफान में जला लेते हैं. So when you have vision, good vision, when you have a dream, just go for it. Don't stop, don't think X, Y, Z. If you're on the right track, just go for a try. You know, I always give this example to many people. If you want to run the race, don't think you will lose or win. But you're on the same track. If you're not on that track, if you're not running the race, then you're a loser. So just run it and you will go.
Amazing. Aapki kuch website hai that we can follow you on with all the different projects that you do?
Yes, if they're a curry lover, then they go TorontoCurryAwards.com.
Amazing. We wish you all the best, not just for the Curry Awards, but with all your projects that's upcoming. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that was Mr. Romail Gulzar, who has inspired us to tap into our community's gems for success. Well, that's a wrap for this week's show. Thank you for watching us. Continue to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and write to us at spotlight@ethnicchannels.com. Until next week, this is Amitha signing off, encouraging you to do your part for your community.